You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. All right, y'all. So we talked about coronavirus. That fool out of Florida, Matt Gaetz, do y'all realize this fool actually sat on the floor of Congress with a gas mask on while he voted on a bill that would dedicate billions, $8.3 billion to combating coronavirus. Now, he later wore the mask again onto the House floor. Congressman Bobby Rush compared to the time he wore a hoodie in the aftermath of the death of Trayvon Martin to make a statement about racial profiling, but he was forcibly removed from the floor. What does it say when the brother with the hoodie forcibly removed and this dumbass with a gas mask allowed to sit there like it's no big deal?
What did my brother say early on the show? It's something being privileged and white, right? And I think we're seeing it in the House of Representatives, right? It's the same thing playing out even within the very halls of power, that you have a black man who gets up there and legitimately gives a speech on the floor to symbolize the tragedy of what happened to Trayvon Martin. But then you have this younger white member of Congress
who's a nut,
is a nut, crazy conservative, ridiculously wears a gas mask and is not removed. Now, objectively, I could say, well, the difference is Congressman Rush was actually given a speech on the floor, and Representative, what's his name, Matt Gaetz was
but remember, if you're a woman, you can't even wear hats on the floor.
Right.
Particularly Wilson, who normally wears these cowboy hats, can't wear
Alma
hats
Adams,
on the floor.
same thing.
Alma Adams, yes.
Right. So, but we know that's not the case, right? It fundamentally boils down yet once again to race and privilege.
Yeah. And then also, aren't we supposed to not be afraid right now, right? Aren't we supposed to not be panicking? Yet this is coming from the floor, right? And so we're supposed to be out here in the public being calmly told that this is not going to turn into a thing, yet you have someone ostensibly in one of the safest places they can be wearing a full gas mask. So, I mean, I think this is, par for the course when we're talking about Congress, when we're talking about how they treat black members, how they treat other members. I mean, this is, not surprising, but I think nonetheless upsetting because, when white people go full white people on you, it's hard to not take notice. And I think this is yet one more example, right? We can add this up there with the Chuck Schumer and the Hillary Rosen of the day.
I mean, for Congressman Rush, it wasn't theater. It was the reality of what was going on in the streets, in our relationship with those who have guns, primarily the policemen. But for the gentleman, and I use that word lightly, from Florida, this is theater. And this is a time when he should actually be getting focused on the vulnerable communities that are actually inside of his district, who are inside of Florida, who will be the ones who will be disproportionately impacted from the virus. And he should be dedicating resources to make sure that they are being supported and that the foundation is actually underneath of them. And that's the conversation that we should be having.
Yeah, but remember, we did say Congressman dumbass Matt.
We did.
Just saying.
We did.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, so a lot of y'all are always asking me about some of the pocket squares that I wear. Now, Robert don't have one on. Nope. Now, I don't particularly like the white pocket squares. I don't like even the silk ones. And so I was reading GQ magazine a number of years ago, and I saw this guy who had this pocket square here, and it looks like a flower. This is called a shibori pocket square. This is how the Japanese manipulate the fabric to create this sort of flower effect. So I'm going to take it out and then place it in my hand so you see what it looks like. And I said, man, this is pretty cool. And so I tracked down, it took me a year to find a company that did it. And so they make these about 47 different colors. And so I love them because, again, as men, we don't have many accessories to wear, so we don't have many options. And so this is really a pretty cool pocket square. Now, what I love about this here is you saw when it's in the pocket, it gives you that flower effect like that. But if I wanted to also, unlike because if I flip it and turn it over, it actually gives me a different type of texture. And so therefore it gives me a different look. So there you go. So if you actually want to get one of these Shibori pocket squares, we have them in 47 different colors. All you got to do is go to RolandSMartin.com/pocket squares. All right, so first of all, that graphic is way too small. So tomorrow we're going to run it right down here all across the screen. So it's RolandSMartin.com/pocket squares. All you got to do is go to my website and you can actually get this. Now, for those of you who are members of our Bring the Funk fan club, there's a discount for you to get our pocket squares. That's why you also got to be a part of our Bring the Funk fan club. And so that's what we want you to do. And so it's pretty cool. So if you want to jazz your look up, you can do that. In addition, y'all see me with some of the feather pocket squares. My sister, who's a designer, she actually makes these. They're all custom made. So when you also go to the website, you can also order one of the customized feather pocket squares right there at RolandSMartin.com/pocket squares. So please do so. And of course, it goes to support the show. And again, if you're a Bring the Funk fan club member, you get a discount. This is why you should join the fan club. Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video. You want to check out Roland Martin Unfiltered? YouTube.com/Roland S. Martin. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. It's Roland Martin Unfiltered. See that name right there? Roland Martin Unfiltered. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's YouTube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so when we go live, you'll know it.